Hey everyone, QUEERVEE here, finally coming back hopefully to YouTube. I know it's been quite a long time, like basically almost a year, but yeah, I really want to come back. I really missed you guys. I know it's like I just disappeared. And probably not that many people care, but for those of you who do, like I have a lot to talk about, so so I'm gonna try to go through it. This is my like return vlog, hopefully, and I will tell you guys what's been going on in my life if you're interested. If you're not, this video doesn't have like me doing art. I'm gonna show you some of my art and stuff in it, but it's not like doing art, it's just me talking. So if you don't care about that, then see you later. But if you do, here I am, and here's my life update, I guess. So like back when I stopped posting on YouTube, I was still like, you know, pretty depressed and working through stuff in therapy as per usual, as anyone on my channel would know. But I had recently adopted a bunny, which I don't think I really talked about on my channel. I kind of skimmed a little bit of my videos. I might have mentioned her a little bit, but I adopted her in December of not last year, so 2020. And her name's Sabina. I don't know if I said that already. I love her so much. She's super duper cute. She's like in her little castle right now, so I can't show you her. She's very shy. I mean, bunnies are like that. They're like prey animals. But so I was like going through some rough times, and I had the idea, oh my God, I'm getting like lipstick all over my teeth. This is great. I had the idea of, you know, adopting a bunny, and I did a bunch of research about it and made sure like I knew what I would be doing. Bunnies are really misunderstood as pets. People don't know like how to take care of them properly. They do not belong in cages. Like they should be free roaming in a room or area, you know, and they can be litter trained. Sabina was already litter trained when I adopted her, and she already like was spayed and stuff, which was awesome, because it's really like necessary for bunnies to get spayed and neutered, because it can like affect their like moods and stuff, like not even just to stop them from like breeding, but also because it can like help their behavior and stuff and help them like feel more comfortable. So yeah, so it was good that they already had that done when I adopted her. And it was really cool because her foster mom, like I had talked to her a little bit, and I was visiting my sister for a month in Colorado, and it was like, I really want to adopt this bunny, but I'm not there, and she agreed to like hold her for me for a month. So that was really cute. That was really awesome, because then I got to have Sabina in my life, and she's really perfect. She has so much attitude, but I love her so much. Like, and even though like I thought like I did all the research, it was definitely a little bit of a learning curve, seeing like the things that she was drawn to chew and stuff. I had to bunny proof my room. If you can see like, you know, these little things along the wall, that's so that she doesn't chew, what is it called? Like the thing at the bottom of the wall. I'm blanking on what it's called, but it kind of like sticks out. Yeah, she will chew that. So like the whole room is like either has stuff against it or has these like grids or this siding that was like left over on our house that like Dad had, so we just like put it around my room. And yeah, like no cords are exposed or like anywhere near the ground. My computer has like this metal like grid around it. It's really funny. But yeah, and she free roams in this room. She gets to run around like the whole room, which is really big. And when I first got her, this was my bedroom, and I tried like having my bed here and sleeping with her at first, but it did not work. Like I could not sleep with her. Like bunnies don't make noises like from their mouths, but like she digs and chews stuff and like runs around, and she would like jump up on the bed and like dig at me, and it was like, girl, please, because she was like, this is my bed, and I'm like, no, this is my bed, and she's like, it's my bed though. And yeah, so it was really hard to sleep with her. I wasn't getting very good sleep, so we had to like move my bed up to the attic space where I used to have my studio. I don't know if you guys remember that, but when I moved back to my parents' house, I was in the attic. I like made a little art studio in the attic where my computer was and stuff. But I basically switched, like now my computer and all my art studio stuff, like that's my art supplies, are like down here, and then my bed and most of my plants are down here. Some plants are in the attic, and then my bed's in the attic, and like bookshelves and just like miscellaneous stuff. But yeah, so I had to like move around everything when she got here. Also, we moved out like all of my expensive cherry wood furniture that my parents bought for me like when I was really young. And like they didn't want it to get ruined because like they paid a lot of money for it, which is fair. So we like, Dad took my bed, we moved like, and my dresser, and then we moved like my vanity dresser out into the craft room. So like now the craft room is also like partially my closet, because it's like where I get dressed and stuff, because it's where like my clothes are. I still have one dresser in here. Well, I technically have two, but the other one, only like one drawer is clothes and the other drawer is like art and like paper and stuff, like supplies and stuff. But it's like those dressers, it didn't really matter if she destroyed. Obviously, we don't want her to chew them because like it has like varnish and like paint and stuff on that can harm her. So like the goal is to not let her chew those things. And I actually had to like put stuff underneath one of the dressers because she just kept chewing the legs, and it was like, girl. And I bought this stuff to like spray to deter her, and I tried like all this stuff, but nope. So just had to like block it off for her, even though she liked to hide under there. She still has plenty of other places to hide, but I'll try not to go on about my bunny so much, but she is so adorable and I love her so much. And she really changed my life, you guys. So now I get to tell you like the fun story about how Sabina changed my life. Also, I don't know if you noticed like the light being like different. I got this ring light on Black Friday. Was it last year? Yeah, last year, and I haven't used it yet. I actually just opened it today and was trying it out, and there's this one that's like purple, pink, and blue, and it just like, it changes, it goes like in a circle and changes, and it's so pretty, and it might like make me look weird. I don't know how like lighting really looks. I think it's fun. I don't know if it's distracting, but just thought I would tell you guys like why the colors are like kind of like morphing a little bit. It's because of my new ring light. I'm having fun. Okay, so I'll go on to Sabina now. So like when I was like getting excited about like adopting a bunny and doing research, I felt like, I had come, like, even though I was still struggling with depression and other things, I felt like I had come like pretty far in therapy to the point where I was like ready to take care of an animal, like a living being. I was like, I'm ready to do this, like I can do this. And I really felt like I could. And then when I adopted Sabina, like, I got like super depressed, and I don't know, it was like, I felt like, oh no, like I'm a messed up person, like I can't take care of her, like what have I done, like I made a mistake, like I'm not going to be able to give her like the best life possible, and what have I done? But then I guess like I slowly realized that like I had been taking care of her like the whole time, even though I was like thinking like that I would be too depressed, like even when I was really sad, like I would still like, get her hay all day long and feed her, leafy greens and get her water and give her attention, like, because bunnies actually need attention, like they need to be social or they can like die early, like seriously. I'm not kidding. They also need hay all day long, or they can die within 24 hours of GI stasis, because their body like needs hay to like keep going, basically. It's like just a process in their body. Yeah, it's crazy. Like bunnies are so interesting, and I don't know, but it's also scary because they're very fragile. So like when I first got her, I had like nightmares every single night of her dying, like nightmares that Tonks, our cat, would get into the room, somebody would leave the door open, and and yeah, it was just I was so anxious about her, and every single night for months after I first adopted her. And I still get those dreams sometimes, but it's not every night anymore, at least, which is good. But yeah, so when I realized, that I had actually been taking care of her the whole time, and that I was capable of doing that, I just suddenly, and like when it wasn't just that, but it was like when I would look at her cute little bunny face, and like my heart is just like, every time I like look at her, and it's just like, my heart is just like filled with like this insane love. And like, you know, I've loved like any pet that I've had, but I've never really had a pet that is like my sole responsibility, like only up to me. Like I've always had like family pets, or like when I lived with roommates, like they had pets. So like I never had like my own pet, and I don't know, like I just love her like so much. Like she's like my baby, she's my little baby bunny. And like, I don't know, it just made me feel like, obviously I'm not like saying taking care of pets means you can automatically take care of children, but it gave me hope that, like, you know, if I can take care of Sabina, like one day, you know, maybe I can take care of children, like, and maybe I can like succeed in my dream of adopting children and having a family. Like, you know, it seemed more obtainable all of a sudden. And it legitimately changed my life. I'm about to like cry. I got like more active in therapy, and you know, I was more motivated. I was like, you know, I'm ready. Like I'm like, my life will change, and like I will get there. Like I will work on therapy, and I will work on managing my emotions, and I will get to the point one day where I can adopt children, and that's gonna be my life, and I'm gonna have a family, and it's gonna happen, and I can do it if I just work hard, because I've gotten this far. And you know, change is hard and progress is not linear. So I definitely, even though I was, you know, it was like a whole new thing, and I was like very motivated and like very inspired, and I was doing better, there were like, you know, still instances of things happening, and then I would get even more upset, because it was like I remember this one time last year, I had to go to the dentist for like a root canal, but they said that I like owed them like $700 for it, even though like my insurance was supposed to like pay for it all, because I'm on like Medicare and Medicaid and stuff, like I'm on disability. So like it was supposed to all be covered, especially because like I got an even better like disability, like I don't know, I qualified for like a new thing for like Medicare or Medicaid. I don't know what it was, but like some guy called my mom. It's so awesome. Like last year I got like so many more benefits, and it's like I'm like so blessed. Like I literally felt so like, wow. Anyways, so so I got like really good insurance for the dentist, and I was supposed to have like a certain amount of money like towards the dentist, and like I hadn't reached that yet. So, and my mom had already like talked to them about, sorry, I'm going too deep into this story, but like my mom had already talked to the insurance people to like figure this out and like get them to pay for it. And then I show up at the dentist, and like my mom was like waiting in the car, and they're telling me that I like owed $700, and I was like, no, I don't. And they're like, yes, you do. And I just like flipped out, and I started like crying, and I didn't know what to do. And I called mom, and I was like, she came in and talked with them, but they were like, they like wouldn't back down, so we just like left. But I was crying even more, because it was like, you know, like I couldn't like it felt like I had come so far, and then I don't know, it was like in this moment, it was like, I'm not okay, like I'm not an okay person, like I'll never be okay, I'm always gonna be like this, it's always gonna feel this way. And my mom, like, she's come like so far in like figuring out how to deal with like my mental illnesses and like me, and just be like, she's just grown as a person. And you know, she was just telling me like, it's okay, like just because, you know, you got really emotional right now and are feeling like these intense ways, it doesn't mean that your progress like doesn't count. It doesn't mean that you haven't been working on things. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be okay again. Like you will, like it's okay. You're just going through this. And I don't know, like that was just, hang on, my nose is like about to drip, and I didn't want it to. So yeah, it was just really cool, because it was like I myself like couldn't, like I was so upset that it felt like I like ruined my progress, even though I know that that's not like a thing. But in the moment, like mom was like, no, you didn't, like it's all good. And it's like, oh yeah, like I didn't, like thanks mom. And it's like, I don't know, it's just cool that she knows now that like, you know, it's not permanent for me to like be in that mode, but it's also okay to have those feelings, and it's okay to like be in that moment, and it will pass. So yeah, that was just that was like that was a bad time, but it was like cool, you know, to see my mom like be more knowledgeable about my issues at that point, and like even more so than I was in the moment. So that was really nice. And I try to remember that, like when I'm going through stuff, like just earlier this morning, I got like super anxious, and it felt like because I like had to answer the phone, but I felt like in the moment, like before, like I saw somebody calling me, and I knew that it was about like, because I was supposed to have therapy this morning, and somebody was calling me. I didn't recognize the number, but it was from an area where like the therapy place is, and I was like, okay, they're probably calling me because of that. And so I was like, okay, I can do it. Like, I can answer the phone. And then I did, and I, like, absolutely flipped out. Like, had, like, a, like, anxiety, like, freaking out, like, panic attack afterwards. I, like, called my therapist. I was like, you know, they're not supposed to call me. They're supposed to call my mom. But, like, I thought that, like, I could handle it. Like, I thought, like, you know, I can answer the phone now. But I couldn't. And that made me even more upset this morning, because it felt like, you know, like, why can't I answer the phone? Like, I thought that I could, and I couldn't, and that's just, it's a bad feeling, you know, when you think, like, you're able to do something, and then, like, it doesn't work out. I don't know. And my mom was just like, no problem. like, it's fine. Like, you'll get through it. And, I mean, she's right, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard because a lot of the times when I go back into like the negative feelings, it's because it feels like I'm always gonna be there, or like I'm always gonna go back there. Like I'm always gonna get back to this point, like because I have mental illnesses and like there's the potential to always feel that way. And yeah, it's just, yeah, so this video is going on way too long. I haven't even gotten to like the other parts yet. Oh my god, I feel so bad, you guys. I hope that if you're listening to me, it's interesting and I'm not just like blah blah blah. But I'm trying to condense, but I'm terrible at it. I just keep going on and on about stories. So okay, so back to the point I was making was that, you know, Sabina allowed me to like, you know, make a sort of leap or like growth in my progress for like managing my mental illnesses and like just improving my life and stuff. And after I got Sabina last year around like June, I had started watching this YouTuber all the time, and her name is, my thoughts will probably offend you, and her titles are very like clickbaity, and it does seem like offensive, but she actually isn't. Like when she talks, I feel like she's not. Like she actually explains it. Anyways, I say that disclaimer because it might be a little too much for people that are sensitive. I'm even a sensitive person, but I don't know. I see where she's coming from, and she really made me think more about like health and stuff. She covered this story about this 12-year-old obese girl who died of a heart attack, and that just like really affected me. And I also watched this documentary about like obesity in children, and that really affected me because like I previously mentioned, my dream is to adopt children. Like that's been my dream for a really long, like basically my whole life. Like I've always wanted a family, and it's, yeah, so I totally just lost my train of thought. Oh my god. Okay, I remember that. So it's my dream to adopt kids, and so I was like, oh my god, like I never thought that like I need to know how to be healthy so that I can feed my children and like be like, you know, help them be healthy and also like know how to be active. Like I was like, oh my God, like I've spent so long like not caring about these things because I don't care about like my own health and my own life. But then I'm like, oh my God, like when I adopt children, like I want them to be healthy and I want them to live forever. And also I want to be healthy so I can like run around with them and hang out and, you know, live long so that I could be there for them. And, you know, I want to be there for my kids. So I was like, and I want to be able to, you know, teach them how to be healthy and feed them in good ways and stuff. So I was like, holy crap, like I don't know anything. Like I need to learn this stuff. And, you know, the more I got into it, then I was like, oh, like actually like it would be cool like if I could like gain muscle, because I always wanted that. And I actually was skimming through some of my videos to see like what I had covered recently so that I wouldn't like repeat stuff, but I might have anyways. But so I oh my God, I just lost my train of thought again. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So I was like, what if, you know, I was to be healthy, also to gain muscle and like start working out, and this is going to be great. And I got like really motivated. I joined this, like the YouTuber I mentioned has this like fitness plan that I got, and I joined this like Facebook group about it. So I got to like talk to other people and just like be on this journey, you know, this health and fitness journey. And I learned that like, you know, the only way to like lose weight is to eat at a calorie deficit. I didn't know that. Like I didn't know that was a thing, and it was really helpful information to me to learn and stuff. And I did start counting my calories. I will like put a disclaimer that that's not for everybody. It's not. It worked really well for me, but sometimes it can be linked to people's EDs and it can not be good for some people. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer. But for me, it worked super well because of my OCD tendencies. I have like a thing about numbers and like keeping track of stuff. So, and like being in control a little bit. So like it was, I don't know, it was really nice to like have like be like, okay, like you know, this is how many calories I'm going to eat a day, or like a range. I had like a range, and then I would keep track. And I lost the 12 pounds that I wanted to, like just easy, just from like eating. I didn't even have to like move around more, but I did. I started moving around more and like getting up from the computer. I got a Fitbit. I'm not wearing it right now because I forgot. I left it on the charger last night. But so I started getting up every hour from the computer and walking around because it would like notify me that I hadn't done any steps in an hour. And, you know, I tried to do like walk around a certain amount, and I started going on walks outside with my mom. Then I started jogging. Then I started like adding some running in there. And I also started like doing cardio in place while watching like YouTube videos or Netflix or like whatever, you know, because it's really good for me to have something to like distract me. It's really hard for me to like go like on a run outside for too long. Like I can listen to music and like jam out a little bit, but then I can't focus anymore. It's like I'm bored. I don't know. So like I can watch something and jog in place for like an hour, and like, but I would normally do it like around 30 minutes, maybe 20 to 30 minutes to get in cardio every day. But it was like such an easy thing for me to do, and it like totally improved my life too. Like, I mean, not only improved my health and like how I feel, but like I was like, I mean, now I'm 29, but like I was 28 at the time that I started this, and I was like, why does my body hurt all the time? Like, I guess I kind of thought it was normal, but then like my body stopped being so achy. Like, I guess when you're sitting at the computer all day or like sitting down all day, your body is just like, I don't know, I guess it's not good for you. And like, people always say that like physical health is tied to mental health, and I knew that was true, but I also was like, nah, like it's not that, like it's really not that big of a thing. But it is, you guys. Like, and of course I'm not saying it's the be all end all. I'm not like cured and like I'm a magical happy person now without mental illnesses. No, that's not the thing, obviously. But it gave me more energy, it gave me more motivation. I felt like physically better, and then that also made me feel mentally better. Like, surprise, I don't know. Like, it sounds like it, I guess to some people it sounds like it's an obvious thing, But to me, like, I just never really truly believed it, I guess, until I experienced it myself. I was like, nah, like, you're just making that up. I think also because the few times that I did try to, like, be more, like, do more exercising stuff, I didn't really stick with it for very long, and I wasn't, like, getting up and moving at all other than that. So I think just, like, getting up and walking around more, just that alone helped. Like, and because I didn't even start doing, like, actual workouts and exercises for months. So I started, like, eating differently in June and July, and I started, like, getting up and moving and going on walks and stuff. But I didn't start doing cardio until later, probably, like, August, like, when I was saying, like, running in place, like, watching stuff. And then later on, I think in October, I started, like, the weight training workout, and that was really fun. I bought, like, really cute, like, workout stuff that's all, like, pastel colors and all, like, pink and purple and mint and, like, yellow, and it's all super cute, and I, like, love it. It makes working out, like, way more fun. Like, you know, I think it's silly when people think that, like, aesthetics are for nothing. They're not for nothing. Like, they make you feel better. Like, it makes me feel better to work out with pink and blue and purple workout equipment than it would to do, like, regular colors or, like, black or gray. Like, that's so boring. Ew. Like, it gives me more energy and more motivation when the things that I'm working with are cute. So, you know, I think it's true. You know, my dad doesn't, but I disagree. Anyways, I'm off track again. But so, you know, I started being more healthy, and it really changed my life. Like, I was more active in therapy. I felt better. Like, I was in a better mood. I was, like, less sad, less depressed, like, just all around doing better. Like, the only thing is that I didn't really do, like, a ton of art. I know I've spent, like, all of this video not talking about art yet. So now I'm gonna talk about it. It's like 27 minutes in and no art talk. Sorry. This will be a long one. I tried to keep it condensed. It's not gonna be condensed. Yeah. So I didn't do that much art when I was, like, getting into the health stuff. So after my last YouTube video, I was doing some art. Like, I did do some, like, painting for a while, and I'll show you guys. I think this was, like, one of the last paintings I showed on the channel. But here's some of the ones that, some of my watercolor stuff, and then there's some gouache at the end, but these are all watercolor, and yeah, these are gouache, and that's watercolor, that's gouache. And I have plans to, like, do a similar, like the same color scheme on this side, and then also for this, like, gouache clouds, but I just never did it. But, like, it's planned. Like, this is so long. Like, I finished this, except that there's a couple empty pages. But anyways, so after I, like, finished this, I bound another book. And yeah, I don't think I showed you guys this. Yeah, because I did it, like, way after. And so I tried to do a Drawtober, like, thing, but that's as much as I did. That's it. Just, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That's all I did. And then this is just some more, like, paintings and stuff. This was, like, for the Christmas card that I sent out to everybody, my patrons and stuff. This is more gouache stuff. I really like the clouds I did. And this is really pretty. I really like this. I like doing flowers. And then I left this page blank because I want to do more pretty flowers. Like, I'm really bad at that, like, leaving stuff blank for, like, plans, and then, like, I never actually do it. This was just me playing with these Ecoline pens that I got that are really fun, and this is one of my characters, and I really like how she turned out. Like, I think she looks really cute, and I'm, like, really happy. And I was just playing around, just doing, you know, galaxies, because it makes me feel better sometimes, because, yeah. And then I had this plan to do, like, Huevember, with, like, two different watercolors for each day, and I was only gonna do half of Huevember, like 15 or 16, I don't know how many that is. And then I like did sketches for like the first 6, and then I just didn't paint any of them. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this over a year instead of just November. And I just didn't start it all. So I still plan to do that. Like I'll show you the sketches real fast for some of them, because I really like the idea and I like the colors that I chose, and I took a while to like choose all the colors and stuff, and like because I was testing them out, you know, on like a test sheet. But yeah, so this is like some of the sketches, you know, for the first few ones. But yeah, so I really like that Huevember idea, because I did Huevember like once, like years ago, and I really liked it, and I always want to, but that's like my birthday month, so I'm always like kind of busy, and it's also Thanksgiving, so it just seems like unreasonable to like do a challenge during that month. But I really like the idea of Huevember, like doing, you know, certain hues. So I was like, I'll just do it over the year, and then I just never did. But I still plan to. It's on my list of things to do. And I'm just gonna go through like my tiny sketchbook really quick. This is not like a sketchbook tour. I'm just gonna show you guys like just real fast, because I did all of this in like just the first. I got lipstick on my book. I did all of this in like the first few months of 2021. Like I only drew like February, March, and April, and then I like stopped. And I actually did a video on something like this. I actually made a few videos of me doing art for you guys, and I just never did like the voiceover. I really like this page. I never did the voiceover or anything, or like I never did a picture, you know, selfie cam thing of it. So yeah, but I did like, oh no, wait, some of this is like in June and stuff. So like right before I was like getting active, I was really into sketching. There's a bunch of these like pink sketches of all of my characters. I was just kind of like going through and choosing characters to draw. This is a page full of my masked characters. They have masks that are like animal, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like just a specific style. And some more of my characters. And I did some Zentangles, which I really like. I love Zentangles. I always want to get back to them, and I did for a little bit. But yeah, so I did all of this in like half a year, which I was like doing pretty good actually. Like after I had adopted Sabina and before I really got into like the health stuff, I did this is from, what is it called? Oh my God, what's it called? Art Fight. I think that's in July. So I guess I did do some stuff in July too, but after that it's kind of like, nope. Yeah, so then this is when I stopped doing art, was like July, and then I tried to come back. These sketches are from October, and then I came back again in January because I got inspired by this puzzle that I bought, and I really wanted in like Posca pens, so I made this landscape that I really thought was cool, and then I was really inspired with Poscas, and so I did this little like magical shelf thing that I was inspired by my friend who did this. It has a piece of tape in it right now just because I have to put this paper in between the Posca pages because they rub off of each other when I'm drawing in my sketchbook on the future pages, which I didn't realize at first, so I had to like just do that in there. But when I finish the sketchbook, I'm gonna take out like this paper. The Inktober ones the Zentangle ones I'm gonna leave. But then I love this page. I just pretend that's not there. I really like this page that I did, and I plan to do the next one for you guys on YouTube using these colors, and I'm super excited for it. It's like a yellow, pink, and fuchsia. I know the yellow is looking kind of orange in the ring light that I have, but yeah, so I'm really excited for that. I don't know what like any of this like little sections are going to be yet, but I really want to do it for YouTube. And yeah, and then I did this page recently, which I really like. This is me getting back into art, and yeah, I really like this page. I did like all my characters that are similar colors, and then I got these new Moonlight gel pens, and they're so like bright, and like it's crazy. They're like, I love them, and they're really fun to work with. They're kind of painty, like they're really fun. I like them a lot, and they look good on black paper too. So anyways, that was that was my art. So I stopped doing art for like, I guess from like half of July until October, but I didn't really do that much art. And then, because what happened after I was like really into being active and like moving around more and stuff like that, I also got more into like cooking and, you know, making more like healthy foods and eating less like snack food. I still eat snack food because I don't believe in like completely cutting out stuff that you enjoy. You definitely shouldn't like limit yourself too much, but like I feel so much better now like eating like a proportioned out section of Chex Mix compared to when I would just like eat out of the bag and then I would feel like I ate too much. Because Chex Mix is one of my favorite snacks. I love Chex Mix, but so now I just measure it out and I feel so much better, and I feel like I really enjoy the things more, like the snacks and the sweets and stuff more. So, and I just feel better, like, so I really, but I definitely not gonna, I would never cut out stuff that I like. Like, I really love the Mountain Dew thrashed apple. Oh my God, so good. I had one of those the other day. But yeah, so I just kind of keep track of when I eat that stuff. But yeah, so I was like, I was really busy for a while with like, you know, learning more like cooking stuff and learning more about how to be active and running around more and just, you know, just doing stuff. So I just didn't do art for a bit. And then I got surgery on both of my feet. We're finally at this part of the video. I've tried to get here a little sooner. Oh my God, it's been 36 minutes. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. If anybody's still here, thank you for listening to me. But yeah, so I got surgery on both of my feet. And this was because I had bunionettes on both of my feet. I've had them for as long as I can remember. Like, I remember having them in high school. So yeah, for a really long time. And bunionettes are like bunions. Bunions are like, it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it because it's weird, but it's basically kind of like your bone or something like grew wrong. I don't want to say it wrong because I don't actually know, but you have like this bump on the outside of your foot. Like my foot, it was like, instead of just going, you know, straight to the toes, it would like like on both sides where like my baby toes were. And it like, honestly, it didn't really bother me that much for many years because I was just sitting at the computer and like just sitting down and like not moving around much. But when I started being more active and like running around the basement and running around outside, I kept stepping on. So it doesn't just come out of the side of your foot, it also like juts out of the bottom. So like, and I had these like huge calluses over them too because like they were, you know, always on, like they were always on, the only thing like touching the ground. I don't know how to describe it. It's weird. I don't want to gross you out either, but like, yeah. So it was like when I started running and stuff, if I stepped a certain way on my foot, like it, and the pressure all went to like that part where with the part that's not supposed to be there, it hurt so bad. And it was always like red around those areas, like, oh my God. And I kept stepping on it when running, and it was like, oh my God, like this hurts so bad. And like, it was never an issue before, but now it is because I'm like being active. But with my new great insurance, it actually covered it. And I was like, yes. And so like we found a podiatrist, and I thought I was still going to have like a bit of time like before my surgery because he acted like they didn't have any openings, but then they had an opening like very soon after because I went in like November and I got surgery December 2nd. It was just so fast, and I guess I thought I was like more ready for it than I actually was, because when it happened, like, oh my God, like it messed up everything. Like I was so like down and depressed and like screwed up because I'm such like a routine person, and I have like these certain rituals and routines that like calm me down and make me, you know, just comfortable and feel better in my day, in my life. And I couldn't like do them anymore, and I wasn't in my own spaces because we had to like move my sister's bed to the main floor, and then so that I could sleep there because I couldn't like go up and down the stairs because both of my feet had surgery done on them. And yeah, and my mom had like borrowed a wheelchair from her church, so that was really handy to like move around and stuff. But it kind of sucked, because I was just in the middle of everything, and like I'm a very, like, I like to be in my own spaces, and so that was hard. And I also miss Sabina because like I'm used to like being in here for a lot of the day and like hanging out with her and seeing her, and then all of a sudden it was like I miss my bunny, like I don't get to see her anymore and I don't get to feed her, and like feeding her is so adorable when I feed her leafy greens, because she like runs around the room and like it's so adorable and I love it. And it was like I couldn't see that anymore because my parents were feeding her, and it was like and I also like couldn't like make my own food, so then I had to like rely on my mom a little bit, and that sucked too. And you know, I felt bad, like I don't like to make people do stuff for me, and it was just like it just sucked. Like it was so limiting to not be able to walk on your feet. How about that? But you know, I got through it, but it took a while. Like my feet are still healing, like I'm not totally recovered yet, and I thought I was supposed to be like sooner than I was, but it just didn't happen that way, because my podiatrist was like, you're not healing at the rate of a healthy 29-year-old, more like a 50-year-old. I'm like, thanks, that's great, I'm glad. So I actually had to be in the surgical boots for like a long time, until like, I don't remember when it was, like early February, I think, that I got to be out of them. Maybe late January. I don't remember, but it was over 2 months. Or like around 2 months. So kind of sucked because I thought it was only supposed to be like a month, but anyways. So yeah, December and then January and then February has been, you know, a lot better, I guess. And I'm still healing, but it does feel better, but I can't wait for the point where I can like get back to being active again and like running around, but I'm already feeling a little better because I can move around more. I'm back to my normal spaces, but it was a struggle for a little bit there. Oops, I just hit the stand. But yeah, so that's really been like where I've been at. After surgery, I showed you guys some of the art in my sketchbook, so I've been trying to come back to art. And then also I met somebody on OkCupid. I mean, I'm like always meeting people, but I met somebody and it like is going really well. Like we're in a relationship right now, and their name is Becca, and I really, really like them, and I don't know, it's going pretty well so far. So I hope that will keep going, because I have so many feelings for them, and we've been having like such a good time together, and I don't know, I think we're really good together. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now, and I've been wanting to come back to YouTube for a while. I've been planning to make this video for a while, but I just hadn't yet. I have been struggling a little bit, but you know, trying to get back into the swing of things. And yeah, I'm doing pretty well though now, and hopefully I'm gonna make it back to YouTube and get in some more videos soon. This one's gonna be so long. Oh my god, I still have just a little more to say, and then I'll be done. I mean, first of all, like I miss everyone. Like I miss everyone on YouTube. I miss, like, you know, my fellow YouTubers. I miss all my subscribers. I miss like talking to you guys in the comments and seeing you guys, and I miss my patrons a lot. And yeah, I tried to come back to YouTube, but I just couldn't. I actually recorded myself doing a lot of art videos, but I think I mentioned this earlier, but I just never added in the face cam part of it, so I just never uploaded them. I have like all these videos recorded for no reason, and even a couple like Palettefull Packs unboxings that I just never posted. I don't even edit those. Like I could have just posted it. I just didn't. I don't know why. I'm crazy. No. So yeah, I'm ready to come back though, and I hope you guys are ready for me to come back too. I hope you guys are still here. I don't know, but yeah, thanks for watching my video. This next part is specifically for my patrons, or my previous patrons, but to everybody else, thanks so much for your support. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching this, and I hope to see you more soon. But to my patrons, I want to say, like, I'm really sorry You know, you guys were always like super wonderful to me and understanding about my issues and my situations and my ability to, you know, fulfill my Patreon tiers. And you guys have been so patient with me. I know that I still like owe art to you guys from a while ago, and I feel bad about that like a lot. And I know you guys probably don't want me to feel bad, but like I do. And I want you to know that, because I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, I've just like been doing art and not caring about doing art for you guys. No, like any of the art that I've done is like I've been trying to like get back to doing art and doing it for like the right reasons, like doing it because I want to do art and because it's like a good experience, and not because like I'm looking to the final product or like because I'm supposed to make something. I don't know, it just messes me up. But anyways, you guys are so great. Nobody has complained, even though you guys have every right to. Like, absolutely, I've taken way too long, but I promise you that I will get everything to you guys that I owe you. I absolutely will. And for, you know, the 3/4 of you that stayed on for so long, Kate, Jill, and Kim and Rhian. Well, Kate's still on, but you guys, you four, I will do even more for you. I know that you were continuing on my Patreon knowing that I was not doing rewards anymore, so I don't, you know, I know you guys aren't looking for that, but I really, really appreciate your support. Like, I was able to, you know, get some more art supplies and continue working on my art, even though it didn't seem that way, you know, on YouTube, but I was, and I'm really, really grateful for your guys' continued support. Like, it really meant so much to me that you guys wanted to support me, even without rewards. But I definitely want to do some special stuff for you guys in the future. But, you know, that unfortunately, it's got to be the long game with me, because it's hard for me to get out of the space of like, I have to do this, or like, and to get into like the space of I want to, because I do want to, but it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, so I'm really sorry, you guys. And I am going to try this year to do the birthday cards though. So I have all your birthdays written down, so I will try to get your birthday cards out. But as for the other stuff that I owe you guys, I do have a spreadsheet. And so I know what I owe you guys still. And yeah, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry. And I will get you guys that art, no matter how long it takes. You probably don't want to hear that part, but no matter how long it takes me, you will get it. You will get it. And I'm so sorry that it's taking so long. Like, it's honestly, like, there's no excuse for it. Like, it's very unprofessional, and I'm really sorry. I'm like about to cry. I feel really bad. I really do. Because like, you guys did so much to support me, and I just feel like I haven't repaid you with like the gratitude that I feel. So yeah, I'm really sorry, you guys, that I had to like focus on my life for a bit there, but I think it was definitely necessary, and I hope that you guys can understand. And I'm definitely in a better place now, so I think I'll be able to work on the Patreon stuff that I owe like quicker now than I was. So yeah, really gonna try to get that stuff out to you guys. It's on my list. I also like have a list of other, like, I think this is gonna be backwards and mirrored, so you can't see it really, but have a lot of like plans for YouTube videos and stuff like that. So hopefully I will be back and be able to make more content for you guys, and also, you know, make the rewards that I owe you guys on Patreon. And thank you to everyone who ever subbed to my Patreon. I really, really appreciate it. It meant the world to me. It will always mean the world to me. You guys like believed in me when I barely believed in myself, and it made such a difference to me. It helped me grow as an artist. Like, I don't know like what would have happened if I hadn't had that like support right from the start. You guys were really amazing, and just really made me feel like I could be the artist I wanted to be, even though I'm not yet, but I'll get there. It's a long process. Yeah. So thank you all so much. And thank you to Kate, who's still around. I really appreciate it. I love you, girl. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. This was a super long video and I'm really sorry, but I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.